Marcus was 28, earning $41,000 a year on a road construction crew in Georgia. Early mornings, heavy equipment noise, sunburned neck, steel-toe boots every day. He wasn't afraid of work. He was afraid of staying stuck, because no matter how hard he worked, his paycheck barely moved. $19 per hour, occasional overtime, no real savings. But what frustrated him most wasn't the labor. It was watching someone else earn more while doing less physical work. The site supervisor, clean shirt, tablet in hand, talking to contractors, coordinating schedules. Supervisor salary? Around $68,000 to $75,000, almost double his income. And here's what hit Marcus one afternoon. The supervisor wasn't stronger, wasn't faster, wasn't even the best at laying asphalt. He understood coordination. That was the difference. Marcus realized something simple but powerful. Muscle builds roads. Management builds income. That night, he asked himself a question. What separates me from that supervisor? Answer: communication, scheduling knowledge, basic project management, OSHA certification familiarity. Not magic, skill. So Marcus stopped focusing only on performance. He started focusing on visibility and responsibility. First move? He volunteered to handle daily crew material logs. Nobody wanted paperwork. He did. Second move? He learned how scheduling actually worked, not just when to show up, but how deadlines were set, how subcontractors were timed, how penalties applied for delays. He began asking smarter questions. Instead of, "What do you want me to do next?" he asked, "What's the timeline risk if we lose 2 hours today?" That question changes perception because it shows you're thinking at a higher level. Within 3 months, the supervisor started relying on him. Marcus, update the equipment allocation. Marcus, track the supply delivery. Marcus, handle the crew call list. He wasn't promoted, but his role expanded. And here's the important part. He was building supervisory proof before the title. Most laborers wait for promotion to act like supervisors. Marcus acted like one before being named one. That's leverage. After work, he enrolled in a basic construction management certification course. 2 evenings per week. Topics: project scheduling, safety compliance, budget basics, team coordination. It wasn't glamorous, but it separated him. 6 months later, when an assistant supervisor position opened, he wasn't just a strong laborer. He was the only crew member with scheduling knowledge and certification progress. Old income, $41,000. Assistant supervisor offer, $58,000. $17,000 increase. And here's what mattered more than the money. His body wasn't as strained. His income wasn't tied only to strength. He was paid for coordination. But this wasn't the ceiling, because supervision opens bigger contracts. And that's where the real jump happens. The assistant supervisor title didn't make Marcus rich overnight, but it changed one critical thing. He was no longer paid only for output. He was paid for oversight. Oversight scales, labor caps. In his first year as assistant supervisor, Marcus earned $58,000 base, seasonal performance bonuses. During peak roadwork season, project completion bonuses added roughly $6,000. Total income, about $64,000. From $41,000 to $64,000 in roughly a year. But here's where the real shift happened. Marcus didn't treat the new role as a comfort zone. He treated it as proof building. He tracked everything: project completion times, crew productivity rates, material waste percentages, delay causes. He began identifying cost inefficiencies. On one large highway resurfacing project, he noticed equipment idle time during midday scheduling gaps. He reorganized crew sequencing, reduced idle hours by nearly 12%. That saved the company thousands in equipment rental costs. And leadership noticed. Not because he shouted, because he showed numbers. Within 18 months, a site supervisor role opened on a larger infrastructure project. Now the pay band changed. Offer: $74,000, base, project performance incentives. With bonuses, total compensation reached around $82,000. From $41,000, $58,000, $82,000 in about 2.5 years. But here's where most blue-collar professionals stop. Marcus didn't. He realized something important. Supervisors manage crews. Site managers manage budgets. And budgets determine 6 figures. So he stacked one more layer. He took advanced project management certification focused on construction budgeting and compliance. Not easy, not exciting, but rare. 2 years later, he moved into a site manager role overseeing multi-crew infrastructure projects. Salary: $96,000, base, annual performance bonuses, some years crossing $105,000. From $41,000 laborer to 6 figures in under 5 years. Same industry, same physical environment, different tier. And here's the deeper psychological truth. Marcus didn't escape construction, he escaped limitation. He stopped identifying as crew member. He identified as project leader in training. Identity changes trajectory. If you think like labor, you stay in labor pay bands. If you think like management, you rise into management brackets. And here's the uncomfortable question for you. Are you building strength? Or are you building leadership skill? Because strength fades with age. Leadership compounds with experience. Now, Marcus wasn't exhausted financially. He was investing nearly $4,000 per month, planning for contractor licensing, considering launching his own small crew in the future. That's leverage. Blue collar doesn't mean capped. Unpositioned means capped. You don't get promoted because you deserve it. You get promoted because you're already performing at the next level. Act above your tier. Income follows. If you're working hard but no one sees you as leadership, it's not your effort, it's your positioning. Subscribe to Rich Mind Talk, because we don't just motivate workers, we build supervisors.